Wow, we are here. Do you want me to just officially change class to 1:45? I was thinking about that today. I think I was on time last week, though. I was closer to 1:30 one day, maybe. I'm not sure. So today is the day. Happy summer solstice. I think it is so appropriate that we are doing this technique today, but I admit I am scared. I've been scared to do this technique publicly because when it came through me, I guess it was last Sunday or last Monday morning early or last Sunday morning early or last Saturday morning early. When it came through me, I had so much detox as I was doing it. So I didn't want to do that live. I mean, I was screaming. I went through this feeling like my whole body was being tickled, like, which I've never like experienced that intensely. So this is a very intense technique to seriously release things that are like stone in you that just don't want to let go of you. So I'm so excited to share it with you. I'm also a little nervous because of how powerful it is and how revealing it is, to like get rid of toxins in front of someone. It's not pretty. It's like going to the bathroom in front of someone. So I did it again and it was less intense. So I was happy about that. Like the more you do it, obviously I got it all out, a lot of it out, but I want you to feel like you are in a safe space where you can release if you need to. You can scream if you need to, you can shake, you can make weird noises. So warn people around you before you do this technique that don't worry, you're okay. You're just releasing energy. And unless I say, help me, I'm fine. I don't need help, right? So I'm trying to see if I can, oops, what happened? I still can't see your messages in the chat box, but that's okay. I can pop it out. Can I put it back? It's so weird that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I popped out the box so I can see your chat. Hi, Jabri. I'm really, really excited about sharing this technique, but, definitely be prepared. This is so powerful. Like this technique, I feel like it gets to the core of your battery, like who you are as a battery and a capacitor of energy. Like it's like almost changing the battery fluid or something. Like it's letting out the bad battery fluid and getting the new one and then just completely like amplifying the battery that you are, while at the same time healing that negative feedback loop that we talked about in the other amplification feedback video. And I won't talk as much now because I want to get right into it. But you can go refer back to that video to get kind of the breakdown of psychologically what it's working with, which is basically when you're really, really close to someone, that amplification feedback intensifies. So the negative feedback feels so much worse usually than just a stranger, and it literally can feel like you're being attacked by the other person because of your projections and your wounds that are just like gaping open wounds because you're so vulnerable to someone that you're intimate with and close with. So this is hopefully going to seriously bring you to another level, not only for your own capacitor, but the level of intimacy that you have with others. The more you open up to yourself, the more you can share with other people, and the more explosive in a good way your connections can be, the more chemistry, the more just feeling that love openly and flowing and not holding back and not faking it, So let's just start by getting in touch with our breath and our heartbeats. And the space that is around you, accommodating you, making space for your flow. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Okay. All right. I still got my little live setup from last night over here. Okay, just pay attention to your breath, your heartbeats, your beautiful energy, and your needs right here, right now, today. Feel that breath pouring through you gently, like trickling water over your whole body, relaxing you, soothing you, rocking you. Feel that crystal clear stream running through your veins, alchemizing the pain so that you can receive energy and break through the blockages and the chains. Welcome back to Qi Gong, everyone. Now is your time. Go deep into that moment and claim it as yours. Turn off your cell phone if you're not on it right now. Turn off distractions. This is real. This is the real stuff. I invite you to bring all your fingertips together to get in touch with that intuitive chakra. Optional, as we get in touch with our chief complaints for today or the intentions that we have for class today. Just speak it out loud or comment it in the chat box when you're ready. My name is Aviva. My intention is to share this powerful technique with you, which came about from a very intense shoulder pain that I was having. So it relieved it in like 20 minutes through the channels that is related to all of our organs. And for myself, I hope to relieve any deeper blocks that would cause the shoulder pains to reoccur. Releasing it throughout my whole body, which is connected to my heart, my liver, my gallbladder, my spleen, everything. And the brain. This is a very, very intense and beautiful technique to remove blockages in your brain, in your inner knowing, in your brain evolution, in your consciousness expanding. Get ready. So for all of you, I really hope if there's any intense pain going on, that the intention is that you can relieve some of that or all of that within the next hour. And I hold space for that and for this beautiful solstice time to activate you in ways and me unimaginable for our highest good, so that we can be so charged up to share our energy and gifts with the world in new ways, in more confident ways, in more expanding ways, in more loving ways. Patrick, I'm looking forward to learning this new way to release and receive. My intention for today is to open up to it and do it. Do it. Yeah, because I know some of you just put the video on and sometimes you get distracted and go back to work and you're just listening to it, and that's okay. When I was listening back to my own voice memo of this technique, I like instantly felt like relief even without doing it. So you can receive energy from not doing it, but doing it, that's the next level. Jabri, my intention is to be back with you today and feel really happy that I'm back into doing my work, and I would like to focus on my arms and feet today. Well, that is exactly what this technique is working with in a very new, interesting way. Thank you for telling everyone about that magic gel, Jabri. That is linked below. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I know it's like, I think $40 or $50 online, but it is so worth it. It lasts for months, so you are worth it. All natural. Any other intentions coming in before we begin? Okay, we are just going to start right away. We're going to breathe in our intentions. Release anything in the way. Open up under the arms, make space for the flow. Breathe in your intentions. Release any resistance. Breathe in your intentions. And release your resistance. Get in touch with your own summer solstice flow. We're going to do the heart chakra mudra. Index finger to the bottom of the thumb. Connect the thumb to the middle and the ring. And breathe in your intentions. Release resistance. Breathe in your safe space. Release distractions. Breathe in your sacred space. Release interruptions. Breathe in your protection. Release violation. Breathe in your protection. Expand that protection. Create safe space for you right now. All right, you batteries, you capacitors. Let's get right to it. Okay. We are going to stand up. Going to get this out of our way because this technique is standing technique. So I'm going to stand on my grounding pillow as I do that. I should link those grounding pillows below. Really great to have that. Okay. All right, so we are going to begin in ready position. Bring your feet shoulder width apart. Knees are slightly bent. Relax those shoulders. Relax the neck, relax the head. All right. See my hands? All right, here we go. We're going to start by gently lifting that right foot and stepping back and forth, nice and easy. What this technique does that's really, really special, at the very end of the technique, we work on our feet and our ankles in this very subtle, very delicate way. That's a great way to describe this technique. It's powerful, but it's also extremely delicate. It's like surgery. And by the way, as you get in touch with every sensation in your toes and your ankles and your thighs and your hips and your knees. Just a reminder about the philosophy of Qi Gong. The philosophy is that if you are sick or diseased in any way, the first thing to do is Qi Gong, this class. This is the prescription from doctors. It's free. It just takes time and discipline, which is an investment. The herbal medicines are considered slightly more invasive. So this is a very delicate, non-invasive way that you can heal yourself. If the herbs don't work, then you go to acupuncture, which is also invasive, but it's, a very effective way to also relieve the blocks in your meridian channels. But the first step is to do it in the most holistic way, which is Qigong. Okay, so now we're going to add this movement to the stepping back and forth. We're going to lift that right hand towards the right shoulder and then gently bring it down. That's it. Back and forth. Let it expand your chest. That's how this, spoiler alert, how this form is going to end is absolute heart expansion, which relieves the brain of a lot of confusion. Okay? Relax those fingers. Try not to tense up those wrists and the fingers. And let that neck relax and grow up. Like expand upwards, like a growing leaf, like a growing daffodil leaf reaching up, like a glowing flower. You might notice like your breath just gets a little deeper as this delicately breaks through blockages in the back of your heart and the back of your shoulders. I don't know if you can feel that yet. And it's okay if you don't feel it yet. You can come back to this video anytime. You can do it every day for 3 weeks. We're almost at the end of June, which is our brain month. Who knows? We might get the message we need to focus on the brain in July too. But every video in June is catering to the brain and removing blockages in the brain and expanding the consciousness in the brain. Blockages in the neck, in the heart, in the shoulders, all of that can affect the chi flow from getting to and leaving from your brain. And if your chi is not flowing to your brain, then your brain's not getting the energy it needs to blossom like a flower. And the flower just kind of stays there, not opening. If it's not going down to your heart, from your brain to your heart, you might not be getting messages that you need for your whole body for coordination. You might feel dizziness. You might get tinnitus. All these symptoms of the chi being blocked to and from the brain. If chi can't leave the brain, then that also means destructive chi cannot leave the brain, and then that gets stuck in there in addition to the good flow not going there. So this technique gets rid of destructive energy in the brain. So wow, it's powerful, very delicate and powerful. Now what we're going to do is we are going to do both at the same time. And if you have space, you can like walk in a little circle if you want. Or just gently walk back and forth as you're doing this. This move feels to me like a hug. It feels like a hug. You know how when you hug someone, especially like a long, deep, intimate hug, like you just feel like your body turns a little bit to mush, your breathing gets deeper, you feel nurtured. And this movement is like a nurturing hug. At least that's what I feel. Everyone feels something different. Mm. Follow that energy down with your fingers. Feel that energy moving. You're creating movement. You're creating movement. So bad energy can leave you, good energy can come in. Yes. And I made another parody version of the song 15 Hugs a Day yesterday when I had way too much coffee. 3 cups of coffee a day makes my laziness go away. 3 cups of coffee a day. I'm not talking about 2 or 1 or none. But 3 cups of coffee a day. You'll relate. I am not encouraging the use of coffee, but I'm not criticizing it either. I want to do this move for an hour straight. That's how good it feels to me. It did not feel as good the first time I did it um, because my shoulder was in so much pain. And I burped a lot. Like, I think for me, burping relieves emotional pain. It's like stuck energy, and that wasn't fun. But as I delicately moved and I felt the energy moving out of me, it's like it was really intense. But today it feels like a nice hug. But sometimes hugs are what helps you cry. You know, you ever experience that when you're like sad and it's stuck inside you, and then all of a sudden a stranger just looks at you lovingly and then you just start crying because it gives you permission to move that energy because you feel that love come in, the good come in, and that the toxins are just allowed to leave. You know, it's like we hold on to toxins, I think, when we don't feel enough love. Okay, now, oh, I don't want to stop. Let's just do a few more. But generally, the guideline is, let's see, how many did I say? Oh, I think 21 back and forth was what felt right to me when I did this, you know, at least 21 times. Okay, now this next move, I call it the capacitor move. So if you just remember one thing, this might be it. If you've got neck pain, this is one of the most effective moves in this form that relieves neck pain. It's super, super easy. It starts with kind of flying. Who knows? Maybe this is the technique that'll get us to fly one day. Okay, so you just gently lift the arms out and then in. That's it. Okay, out and then in. Okay, we'll just do about 11 of these. Okay. Let's do 18. 18 is like that magical Qi number that I was taught in Qi Gong, like doing 9 on each side, or 9 altogether, or 18 altogether. Something very balancing about those numbers. Whew, okay. So you might feel relief in that spinal cord. You know what? That's what this form does. It's like a spinal cord form, which we talked about is the kidney chi creating the birth of a lot of energy in the brain. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to circle. Here's where, the powerfulness is. Gentle circles in. You feel that? You're a capacitor. Relax those shoulders. Relax those knees. Make sure they're not locked. Your body might move, like my neck is just starting to shake, and that's okay. Just let this be a guide and let your body do what it does. You might feel rushes of heat, rushes of cold. Okay, now we're going to do the other direction. Make sure you're not leaning back. By the way, hibiscus tea is one of the most healing things for your brain. So I recommend this month adding a little bit of hibiscus tea to your workout. Okay, we're going to go into our circulation mudra to get blood pumping and circulating and chi circulating to the brain. It's real easy. You just curve the index finger under and then connect all the other fingers to the thumb. See that? Okay. I'm just going to hold this in a comfortable position, down, up, around your brain, whatever you want. Nice. 3 really opening deep breaths. Do a little more than 3. Okay, so now we're going to add the walking to the capacitor move. So we're going to start with circling the hands out, and we're going to walk backwards. Try to walk backwards. I don't have a lot of space here. When you walk backwards, notice when you press the heels down, it kind of pushes that heart forward just a little bit. It gives you that extra little opening of that upper back. Don't push it out too far, but just let it open. Let those shoulders open and expand a little bit. So good for those computer shoulders. You feel that opening? We're walking backwards as we're doing the capacitor move, which is gently circling the hands back. So if you walk around like this a little bit, then this technique is for you. It's amazing how the muscles learn to cave in like that to protect your own heart. And it's amazing when it unravels. It's just hard to go back into that feeling because it just feels so good to wake up that heart area. All right, let's go the other direction. Now directing it in, which is incredible. You could do this one like walking in a circle. That feels really good to me. Feeling pulled to other people's energy is also a brain imbalance I'm finding. And when you don't, like this form, like it really does help you to break those cords and those strings that are attached to other people's needs that you're worrying about other people all the time and you're not focused on yourself enough. And it's just such a relief to just not worry about other people and to be in the moment and look at the colors that surround you and look at your own surroundings so that you can declutter your mind, your space, all of that stuff. You can focus on you. It's not about anyone else. You gotta put the oxygen mask on yourself first, and that's exactly what this does too. Like when we don't have chi flowing to our brain, it's like we don't have oxygen flowing to our brain. We need that oxygen. Again, the worst thing about this form is I want to stay on each move for too long and I've got to move on to the next one. Okay. So now we're going to go back to the first movement, but we're going to reverse it. And what we're going to do is stay a little bit more still. So if you notice, like we were kind of walking back and forth when we did the first movement, now we're just going to kind of stay still, bringing both arms up and down. It's almost like making bread or something when you knead the dough in different ways and then you go back to another way of kneading it. And it just feels a little bit different now that it's a little more moist and like all broken down. So this movement will feel a little more powerful, a little more juicy, a little more rich in that chi. Mm. Relax those shoulders. Relax the pelvis. Sometimes we're like pushing it forward or pushing it back and don't realizing it. Just let the tailbone kind of hang down, tapping into that energy of the earth. Feel the neck expand. Ah, oh man, I dropped my blueberries. You all keep going. I'm gonna pick my blueberries up. Kind of feels good on my feet. The dangers of doing Qi Gong and eating at the same time. You might kick your blueberries over with your feet. I'll share. Grab a blueberry. Relax your face. Allow the lips to relax, slightly part. A little smile. Now we're going to go back and forth. And instead of stepping, you're just going to kind of sway back and forth as you do. Keep feeling a tickle on my foot. It might just be like a relief of Qi. You're adding circulation to your body. Four more. Okay, so now we've done this move in the preview class last Monday. What we're going to do is bring the hands up to the ear, the back of the palms, the back of the hands, and then just out. Okay, I'm going to go sideways because I don't have much room. So it's kind of like that move that we do in the muscle tendons change form, but you're not opening the hands as wide, and you're just kind of feeling that energy between your ears, your shoulders, and your wrists, your biceps back and forth. And again, you can do this while you're like walking in a circle. Or you can stay still. This really gets the nitty-gritty of that upper back pain. Pulls that knife out of your back gently, delicately. So you can remove that betrayal energy, unbond from it, and connect with the loyalty that you deserve and that surrounds you with your loyal friends. Support you deeply. Can feel loving hands on your back instead of prickly energy. But like that feeling where you can like lean back onto someone's chest, or even when you like do that thing where you're like leaning on each other's back in gymnastics, flipping each other up. It's kind of like that good feeling in your back instead of like this unstable dip in energy that might be there. That feels like you're going to fall instead of be caught, instead of being supported. Pushing out, dispersing that the pain, the discomfort, stress that you've taken on. Feeling your fullness. From that spine energy, dispersing those, radiating good energy from your spine out, feeling your spine, your strong spine holding you, supporting you. Conditioning the bones around you instead of there being no bursa energy, like feeling that cushions around each of your bones and your spine. Yeah, that's a good one. That's what this move does. It cushions each bone. Over time, a lot of people might lose that cushion and then the bones grind against each other, which is not supportive. That is negative amplification loops. We want to feel the cushion. We want to cushion each other in our relationships. When we feel like our own spine's not being cushioned, then we might project that on other people not being our cushion, but it's our own spine. If we had the cushion, then people wouldn't feel so prickly to us. We wouldn't feel so vulnerable. Like the other ones, I just want to keep doing this movement forever. And like, it's not building your muscles, by the way. This does make your biceps stronger. Okay, ready for the really delicate move. That is the second best thing for your neck in this form. You're just going to bring your hands to your lower neck. Gently bring them out and in. You can stay still or walk, whatever feels good to you in the moment. It changes every time I do this form. Honor the flow. Honor your summer solstice flow today. Now, for some reason, there's very, very thick energy around me, so my hands are having a hard time going any closer than this. But when I originally did it, my hands were just a few inches from my neck. So I think that means that good energy has really flocked to my neck more so than when I first started the form. So just do what you feel. And also when I first did the form, my hands really stayed at the bottom of my neck, but now it's really wanting to raise almost to the plane where my eyeballs are. So this is probably just one of those organic movements that change a little bit every time you do it. So the idea is that the energy is around your neck and your head on any level. Mine is raising up to my crown. And it's very interesting. I did not expect this to happen. When I just did it an hour before class, it stayed right next to my neck. And now it's going above my head. I feel my spine just adjusted itself. So the brain energy very much affects the energy flowing up and down your spine. want to. If you want, you can walk with this too. I'm not sure if I said that. Relax your mouth. All right, we got to move on if we're going to finish this form today. Okay, so this is a really fun one. Hands are down at your side, ready position. Feet are about shoulder width apart, knees are bent. What you're going to do is you're going to bring the right hand around that left shoulder, bring it down, and then it's like grease lightning, bringing it out. We're going to do 9 of those. Bending a little bit down. And that's really a nice little twisty movement that is so good for the spine. This is where I'm starting to feel an emotional release today. We never know where we're storing those boxes of emotions that get jostled and moved around, trying to hide from that chi flow. Because if the chi flows through it, then we have to feel it. We have to see it, we have to experience it, and that's what helps us let it go. It's like finding a moldy jar of something under your bed that you've been ignoring for years. And once you realize it's there, you toss it in the trash, and then you no longer have mold going into your body from breathing it in. And that's like festering emotions. When they're inside us, they cause disease. They're growing in toxicity and pain. And if it's not felt emotionally, it can become physical pain. And as we break it down delicately with Qi Gong, it alchemizes again into our emotions so it can release out of us instead of being stuck in us. Other side. We are so powerful. We can push pain away from us in so many ways. But it's like a boomerang. It's going to keep coming back unless we literally do that surgery and remove it. But it can happen organically as long as it's about getting out of your own way. And taking time to smell the beautiful flowers that you keep blooming every day. Because the more you suppress the pain, the more you suppress your love and your gifts and your ability to share them with the world. I know I'm doing extra because I lose count when I'm talking. I'll stay after 3 if I still haven't finished the form. This is move number 8, and there are 18 moves. But they're not all as long as what they've been. Okay, so we're just going to do 9 of these on each side. This is super fun. We're going to lean that head to the left. We're going to bring the right hand to the ear. And we're gently going to scoop the energy down. Doing 9 of these. Breathe into that neck. If it's too hard, don't keep the neck down. That might be too hard for some of you. But if it's okay, keep it down. Like you're petting a cat or something. I feel like this move is really good for tinnitus. That's intense. Other side. And the other hand is facing back. And you don't have to go all the way over like this. It could just be like a gentle lean. This is like the swallowing technique. It like helps that lymph move. Okay. I call this next move the mulberry move because it kind of, I don't know, you'll see it kind of looks like a little mulberry shape. What you're going to do is you are going to bring your hands up to your head, top of your head, and then your ears, and then down. And if you want, you can also add another one to your shoulders, so it's optional. Head, ears, shoulder. That feels good. Sometimes it feels good, sometimes it doesn't. Notice like the waves of my hands as I do it. Like I'm almost like doing like a little pulling. You can stay still or walk around, whatever feels good. Just a reminder, this technique is really about healing your brain, removing imbalances in the brain, helping you feel sane. It's interesting that it's called insane. It's like being inverted. It's like sanity going inside your self instead of expressing yourself causes insanity because you're too much in instead of out. Oh, thank you, Jabri. Obviously, I did that more than 9 times. Okay, move number 11. All right, this one is really, really fun. We're going to open up our stance, bend the knees, relax down, and then just gently turn the head from side to side. Relax that lower back. You could shake a little bit quicker too if you want. Whew. My head is tickling me. All right, now we're going to lift that the right shoulder up and turn right a little bit, and then drop 9 times. Actually, just 3 times, and then the other side. And back and forth. I mean, 3 sides to the other. 3 times on the right again. And the left. 3 times. And again on the right. And left. And take the time, shake it out. Breathe nice and deep. Slowly roll up. Do that again, drop and roll up. One more time. I feel like that really relaxes the colon also. All right, now that the shoulders are back, you're just gonna just walk around in this movement with this posture, with the shoulders just hanging out, the hands facing back. You're like in ready position, and just gently walk, like in a fun way, like, hello, I'm walking around with my expanded wings. Just moseying around, relaxed back. Yes, I receive even $1 would be an amazing donation, Jabri. So thank you so much for the 10. Balances out. Some people give 20, some people give 50, some people give 1, some people give 5, whatever you want to give. Even just being here is a gift. So don't feel like you have to pay for class. The more of us that do Qi Gong, the better the world is. Sharing this video is a gift. Practicing on your own is a gift. Feeling good is a gift. When you feel good, it helps other people feel good. We want each other to be happy and feel good. We don't want each other to be in pain. We don't like seeing that, right? We don't want people to be in pain. We want to be there for each other. Okay. All right. Now, this was really intense for me the first time I did it. So beware. Okay. All you're going to do is lift that left heel up and gently drop it down. That's it. That is it. Then the right, back and forth, nice and slowly, delicately, left and right. Relax that ankle. You'll realize, wait, I was holding that much tension in my foot. How is that possible? Relieve it. 18 altogether, 9 back and forth. This helps to relax the neck, believe it or not, having a good footing. Helps to relieve the crampedness in the back, upper back. Mm. Some of those emotions. The question is, are you distracting yourself? You gotta focus on this technique. There it is. The emotions. This is so subtle and it gets out those emotions. Let them flow. I think what I felt intensely when I first started doing this form was a release of fear, which is really interesting. Like it's easy for me to release anger and somewhat sadness. But the release of fear feels really interesting. It's like, and I was doing lots of those noises when I was originally doing this technique. Very fascinating, which makes sense because, like, when the more grounded the feet are, I feel like the less afraid you are, the more courageous you are. And it's a kidney release, the fear energy. So that makes sense that it would be healing for the brain. Okay. Now we are going to take those left foot and tuck the toes under nice and gently. You're tucking the toes and just leaning forward just a little bit. And then you're going to rock all the way back to the heel. Okay. Bends the right knee. This is intense. Those are the emotions coming out of me. I cannot judge it if I want to keep going. It's okay. So powerful. Do y'all feel it? Maybe you don't hold as much emotions in your feet as I do. That's where it all is, it seems. All right, one more on this side. Yeah. So intense. Other side, bend the left knee, tuck those toes under, lean forward. Ah! And then the thumb. I feel like that lack of security too, like that kind of emotion being tapped into me, like not feeling protected. Like, oh, I'm so vulnerable when I tuck my toes under. They feel so vulnerable. Like, oh my God. Ah. But then when that relieves, it just feels like such a good stretch. And they feel stronger when they felt weak before. And then the bliss comes. All right. All right. Now this is really, really, really intense for me. It has been every time I did it. Let's see if it still is. Okay. This is very strange to me. It's like almost like there's some kind of power circuitry connected to the big toe, because what you're going to do right now is just bend the knees, take that left big toe and just try to touch that to the ground. Ah! Oh my God, that feels so intense for me because it stretches out the other fingers. Like you're just bringing your big toe down on the ground. Oh, and you're like, oh my God. Maybe it's just me, but whoa. It's like I feel all this energy going through my body when I do that. Oh, it's like I started like this whirlpool or something, and my upper back is like, oh! It's just like moving things in me. It's like an opening of a door, letting the air in, opening the window, and it's just like, thank you, Lord. All right, let's breathe with this. I swear I've made sounds with this form that I've never made before. And it's also like how it takes strength. Like, do you feel that building your right leg? Like my right muscles are spazzing, not spazzing, but like pulsing in my right leg as I'm balanced. It's a balancing thing. All right, I've had enough. Other side, just the right toe on the ground. See, it's just like I'm just putting down just the right toe, like on the ground, and it's like pulling my right. It's almost cramping up the other toes. Like it's really intense. So if it does, just like let it go and try it again. Maybe it's too much. Release that fear, man. That's what fear sounds when it leaves my body. I don't know about you. Sounds like a goat. It's causing my whole stomach to pulse and everything. And then my toes stopped cramping. All right, enough of that. That is so intense for me. I don't know if you guys feel it. All right, 3 more moves. All right, we are still on the feet. We're still on the feet for 2 more moves. I kind of want to punch it out. All right, shake it out. Get into your energy for movement. Feel whatever you feel. One more sip. Mm. All right. It's kind of like an extension of the other move where all we're going to do is get into the ready position. Curl your toes under, then go to the ball, and then go to the heel. Okay? All right, let's go to the other side. We're going back and forth on this. Curl, ball, and then just kind of like drop. Let that heel drop. Curl the toes under, press the ball of the foot down, drop, back and forth. I know we're after 3. Thanks so much for sticking around. I guess we might get our more than an hour today. That's a good thing. Closer to an hour and a half. It's been an hour and 11 minutes, so we might do the full hour and a half. This feels amazing to me now that I got out some of that energy. It just goes to show you that something can feel really awkward because energy is stuck, and then when you relieve it, it's like, and that could be the same thing for your intimate relationships. Something can feel really uncomfortable because of your energy also. You're the contractor. You create the peristalsis. That's a song I just wrote. Don't steal it. TMI, but my poops got better after I started doing this form. Relaxed feet help you poop. It's amazing when you press on the ball of the foot. Sometimes that really relieves that big toe too. I think this is a lot about removing mucus in the body because I think, in the acupressure, the sinuses are very much connected to the toes and the insides of the like this area of the toes. So when we're opening that up, it's like we're removing mucus from the body energetically, which then does it physically. All right, we'll do one more on each side. I don't know if I've done 9 on each side, but all right, maybe we'll do a couple more on each side. Well, it is a very grounding technique. I know when I play in the dirt a lot and I ground my energy, that also helps the whole colon movement thing in a nice, even peristaltic way. Getting grounded in the body brings that circulation down. We get our fuel here and we got to move it down and up. Otherwise, we just stay here. Which ironically is metaphorically, that means we're just moving from an emotional state. We might not show the emotions, but it's like our emotions are driving us instead of being connected with all the other aspects of our reality, our brain, our intuition, our past, our experience, our beliefs. Okay, so now we're going to open up the knees to the side a little bit. Okay, you need to see this a little bit more. Okay, so yeah, lift the heels and drop. Okay. Yeah. I was going on my tippy toes, but I meant to just do the heels. The tippy toe movement is next. So I'm just like expanding, pushing the heels out. Tell me that's not building up your leg muscles too. All you super powerful people out there. Okay, so now we're going to just go up on the tippy toes and then squat down. Really push down when you squat down. This might be a little bit more of a workout than the other Qigong videos, but there's something very Qi-fying about this too. I'm glad I'm not releasing as much as I was when I originally did this on my voice memo. Woo. So if you're releasing all kinds of air bubbles like burps and stuff, that is totally normal. We're almost done. Oh, I love this form. Are you in love with this form? And the last move of the form. Feet shoulder width apart. Hands out in ready position. Nope, ready position. And let that heart grow forward. 9 deep breaths. Feeling that heart expand. The bladder balanced with the water energy and the fire of the heart. Push that heart a little bit forward. And release. Push. Really. Push the heart forward. Really. 3 more. Sweating. Such a relief of energy. One more for the luck. One more for extra good luck. And just hold your hands on your heart. Feel your power. Have so much love for yourself and all your organs, your heart, your liver, everything. Feel love for your body. Repeat after me. I love my body. I respect my body. I honor my body. I am grateful for my body. I thank my body. I praise my body. I love my emotions. I praise my emotions. I respect my emotions. I thank my emotions. I honor my emotions. I love my energy. I praise my energy. I thank my energy. I respect my energy. I honor my energy. Optional bow out, and then we'll have a Q&A period if you have any questions. Thanking all the energies of a past, all the ancestors, all the lineage holders, and thanking all the teachers who spread the knowledge and the love and the respect. And we fill our hearts with gratitude and compassion. And we spread this out to the whole entire world. I thank each and every one of you for being here with me live today, and each of every one of you who catch this after our live programming. And congratulations, good job for sticking around to the end of class and doing this whole form. How do you feel? How are you feeling right now? I'd love to know. Yeah, go ahead and do that on your own. Great, Patrick. Wonderful. So good to hear. Anyone else want to share their feelings, their experience, any aha moments, any specific breakthroughs that you want to witness for right now? Like, was this really real? Did that really happen? Because, we might want to cover it up again, just like a flower goes back into the bud even after opening. It doesn't mean you stay open. So you need reminders. Yeah, grief is a hard emotion to deal with, Jabri. Sorry you're dealing with that. I hope it gets easier as time goes on, as you're able to release some of those feelings. Well, I hope you all can continue your days in this beautiful bubble of protection and opening. And definitely comment it, either live or on this video if you want me to do this form anytime again. We probably will revisit at least parts of it through the remainder of this month. And happy summer solstice flow, everyone. Yes, Rachel is my friend too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes people just need space away from social media, and that's okay. Interesting. Wow, definitely the brain is definitely connected with the eyes. I love that. Yeah, you really removed some stuff. I'm actually going to do some eye exercises after class today because I didn't have time to do it before. The eye exercises. I do that every day. I try to remember to do that every day. I love you too. All right, I'll stay one more minute, see if anyone has any questions, and then we are going to go on with our beautiful, productive days, I hope. Continuing to give our brains the oxygen and airing out that they need. I hope you all are able to enjoy some walks, some good healthy food today, and find your relaxation amidst the chaos, the love amidst the chaos. It is our jobs, your job, to carve out those spaces for relaxation amidst the chaos, because sometimes it's just not handed to us on a silver platter. but how good it feels when you can hand it to others and say, it's okay. We can focus on love. Mwah. Mwah. I will see you all Wednesday. You are okay.